Hey cool kids, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Here at the Fresh Code, we are decoding all things fashion, style, because we know those are two totally different things. We're going to be getting into a little beauty from time to time. And I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to try to give you guys a little bit of lifestyle. I got to get my act together though, because that lifestyle content is real rough. Now, if that is your vibe, if this is your jam, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I think it's right there. And while you at it, go ahead and hit that notification bell button so you don't miss any of the decoding that's going down here at the Fresh Code. And while you're at it, go ahead and add me on all the socials. I'm going to have it here. I'm at the Fresh Code across platforms. But let's get into today's session. Today, we're going to be decoding what? Can you guess it? Can you guess? Yes. The versatility of the track jacket. So I think I'm going to give you guys, maybe like 3 to 4 looks. I'm going to see what I can do. I may give you a bit more as my juices get flowing, but I'm going to give you some style tips and a few different looks on how to master this track jacket trend. Now, who made it popular? YSL. Adidas made it popular. Adidas made it popular, but YSL just brought it back to the forefront with their runway show, with their I believe it was spring summer. Was it spring summer? I don't really know. Y'all fact check me because sometimes I'd be wrong. But I think it's spring summer 2026 collection. So we're going to be doing some things. But let's start off with this first look, what I have. Now for this first look, I gave y'all a jogger, baby, because the kid loves her a jogger. And I would be remiss if I left a jogger moment out of this little style session. Also, I gave you a little slingback action. These are a Balenciaga kitten heel because, we keeping it cute. We're keeping it sporty. Now, to achieve sporty spice, which is what I'm giving you here, a jogger is going to be your girl. A jogger is going to be your best friend because it's going to keep this squarely in that sporty aesthetic, that sporty genre, if you will. And for the girls who want a little bit of elevation, we're going to give you a little slingback. Preferably keep it a little kitten heel because we're still sporty here. Anytime you add a higher heel, it's going to get a little iffy. We don't know if you're going to dinner. We don't know if you're going to run a track meet. We don't know. So let's keep it a bit consistent. I think the jogger moment here gives you simplicity and it gives you style. It also adds proportion because this is an oversized jacket. I believe I told you guys I got it from Adidas. They got it in a couple different colors. And the kid was testing out, the primary colors. Hold on, wait. These are not primary colors. Red, girl, get it together. Red is a primary color, but the black and white, I can't remember what they call them. Are they foundational colors? I don't know. I think it's something like that. But we went with the basics. We went with the safe option because, I wasn't sure how the jacket was going to do. So I went with the safe option by getting this colorway. Also, this one is on sale, so you're going to want to get this one. So the link is going to be in the description box below. But I want to take this thing into a different direction. So let's see what look we come up with next. Stay tuned. For this next look, we are giving clean girl minimalist because you know how y'all like to do. Y'all like to pare back a look. Okay, you guys want it streamlined. You guys want clean lines, and that's exactly what we did here. So to achieve this new aesthetic, we just changed a few things out. So first, I started with my pearl earrings. Now, pearls are my everyday earrings because it is timeless. It is classy. It's always going to be that girl. And, it's giving us that girl here because, it's paring down the look. It's like streamlining it, bringing it back into a classy aesthetic. And also, I changed out the glasses for these YSL frames. And on the bottom, we went with the stirrup because we wanted to give a clean line here. And the stirrup, baby, the stirrup is the engineer of a clean line. It's giving me length. It's giving me stature. And I'm a 5'1" girly here. So I'm giving, it's give me a little bit of stature, you know, not too heavy on the kid. You know, I am like 5'6" in my head. But anyway, I digress. Also, we changed it out for the YSL Slingback with a higher heel, just because we want to elongate that leg. You know, we want to give it a little more classy vibe. There's nothing more classy than a slingback. And we're going to top it off with the classic YSL. You know, we giving old nasty rich auntie or rich cousin with our little track jacket. For those of you minimalists who think, oh, this is too trendy for my aesthetic, no, I can't make it clean enough, here's the notes. So, you like it streamlined, put on a stirrup. You're going to get continuation from the black and this little peplum on down to the stirrup. You throw on a classic pump. You know, right now I have on the YSL. You don't have to do the YSL. Just do a little classic slingback. Do a classic pump. Black, white, whatever floats your boat. If you're feeling real froggy, which you probably won't, you know, you might do a little red pump. But a pump nonetheless. You find you a classic bag. You know, that's a classic Chanel flap. This YSL, you know, a little classic Prada bag, a classic regular black bag. You throw you on some pearl earrings. You keep that hair sleek. And you got clean girl with a twist, you know, because, you know, the jacket is, you know, a little bit out of your comfort zone. But it's clean girl nonetheless, clean girl minimalist, however you want to call yourself. We only got on 2 pieces. We got on a stirrup and a jacket. So let's go on to the next aesthetic. Let's see what we're going to do here. I'm not quite sure. You know, I'll surprise you. Okay, so now we're entering into cool girl territory because, you know, juxtaposition and all. So we changed a lot about this look. First of all, I put on this little lace slip dress and some trousers. Because, you know, a trouser with a track jacket, it just creates a whole lot of lovely tension. And honey, tension and juxtaposing is what the cool girl is going to do on an everyday basic. It is our basic, most basic style code. So I love that these are balloon trousers because it kind of gives the outfit a bit of shape, even though we're going with, you know, a more classic bottom. And we're going to put on the loafer because, you know, a loafer doesn't really go with a track jacket. But we, us cool girls, we're going to make it go. You know, because we need something that works with the trouser. You know, we're trying to be easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. So, you know, we want to keep it easy. We probably running errands. We're probably going to a little house gathering. So we need our little loafer. And I have on my loafers from ASOS. It's a play or a dupe of the YSL loafer. But at this point, I just need to get the YSL loafer. I think I'm going to get the YSL loafer in the crocodile burgundy color. But I digress. Let's get back because y'all came here for these looks. Y'all came here for the versatility. So for my cool girls, you know, I'm giving you guys the style code. You know we got to add a little razzle dazzle in there. And so the little slip dress, that's the razzle dazzle. You know, we're sticking to our style code. We got you on the juxtaposition. We're creating tension with this track jacket and these trousers. And also with the loafer. I mean, a loafer and a track jacket. It gets no more opposite than that. Also, I switched out the frame on this one because, you know, the cool girl, you know, we too cool to have our eyes covered. You know, I'm giving you a little polarized shade, but it also might be an eyelash, you know. I also may be blind, but I still want to be cool. We gonna give you a little mystique, a little lure. Keep you guys guessing. Keep you on your toes. And for the bag, let's see. I want to keep this. We're gonna go with something a little unexpected. We're not gonna go with the Fendi. No. And for the bag, I think I made no.
2,000 years later.
And for the bag, we're going to go with the YSL Sunset because the hardware reads a little edgy and the bag is, you know, a little more classic. So therein lies the tension. We got the dark gray hardware, but we got a more classic silhouette. And there you have it. Cool girl chic. This is me all day long. I will wear this to any place. And let's see, cool girl going out for the night. Let's see how we would jazz this up with a pair of heels. I got you covered. Now, if the cool girl was going someplace where we needed to be a little more elevated, I will put on my little Loafers toy pump because it still creates that tension we love so much. you got a baby doll little shoe against a sporty jacket and some tailored pants. So we're still within our style code. Also, we're paying attention to our proportions because this pant is a balloon pant. So we need something that is going to anchor this pant. And a pointy toe heel probably wouldn't do that. So we need something a little more substantial. And because the toe box on this is a bit wide, we are creating the proportions that us cool girls, you know, we always get into, we always paying attention to. And honey, this is me all day. I will wear this to a baby shower. I will wear this to hang out with my friends for brunch. I will wear this to a little dinner with the girls, because you know, when I'm going out with the boobie, you know, I'm gonna put me on a little dress, you know, I'm gonna get it together, you know, I'm gonna become a little bit of eye candy. But let's see what we got for this last look. I'm gonna get you guys together with this last look. For this last outfit, I really want to give you guys a recreation of the YSL runway look, but my shorts are still in transit. I'm so annoyed right now, but you know what? We keep it moving. We are creative over here and we make it work. And so because the little, you know, YSL runway look is with a track jacket and like some satin lace shorts. I mean, all I did was just take the little trousers off because, you know, we got lace at home. We got lace bottoms at home. Now, this may not be a short, but it's short enough dubs as the little lace short. And it's giving you that same vibe. Listen, what you guys have to understand, recreating a look doesn't always mean copying it from H to T. You know, sometimes you got to get a little creative. We don't always have YSL money. We don't always have money to buy new items, you know, so we got to shop our closets as I did while I wait on my little shorts. You know, I'm going to still give y'all a look. I'm going to still give you a little look. But until then, I'm giving you a rendition of that look. And I think this works just as well. So this is the Zara lace cami. I'm 5'2". I think maybe 5'1". I'm 5'2". Today, I'm 5'2". So it hits me where the shorts would have hit me. So it's not, you know, it's not doing too much. You know, we ain't out here doing too much. And what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to pull this up just like I did with the last look. And that's one thing I love about this jacket. The versatility of this jacket is amazing. If you don't want, you know, the edgy look with the peplum, all you got to do is just roll it up and voila, you have you a traditional track jacket. And listen, I think this is just as good as the YSL look. So what we did here, we went back in with the YSL pump. I changed my earrings this time. I put on some YSL earrings. I put back on the YSL Shades, you know, and then we need a bag. I think I'm going to go back in with this fringe bag. No, the fringe is doing too much. It's doing a little too much. I think I'm going to go in with this bag. You know, I'm still giving, you know, classy. You know, it's a classic sunset. It's not really an edgy girl bag. No. I think I'm liking the gold hardware with the gold hardware on the shoes. I think this is the look. Ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. We got it. Now, until I can get my shorts, you know, if I get them in time, I may come back in and give you guys the shorts. You know what? I have some lace shorts, so I'm gonna give you guys a bonus look. Now this is for, you know, my girlies my Pinterest girlies who likes to recreate the looks. This is for my Pinterest girlie. This is how you do it. You take the spirit of the look when you don't have the pieces. The spirit of the look is pairing something very soft with something very sporty. You know, the soft, the satin, the lace, sporty jacket. You know, we all don't have YSL money, so we got us Adidas jacket. You know, we don't have the shorts, so we got us a lace camisole. You can get these from anywhere. Now, Zara had you guys covered. I mean, it was a bit pricey. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit pricey. I caught it on sale, but you can get these from anywhere. You probably can get it from Amazon. Just get you a lace camisole, you know, preferably an asymmetric one, just to give the look a little bit of dimension, a little bit of shape, because, you know, we're a little bulky up here, so we need some type of movement. We need some type of proportion. That is your style code. So now let me go find those shorts and see what we can do here. Okay, so the shorts that I have coming are like satin white with a lace trim, and these are lace shorts. I have on a pair of black briefs underneath just to kind of keep things a little cute, you know, because the girl is not, you know, I'm a little I'm a little conservative, a little bit, not all the way, but quite a bit much. So I put some little shorts underneath. Now this doesn't give you guys the full vibe because I'm not liking this black on black, but it's still letting you know your options out there. Now I got these from the H&M Paco Rabanne collection. Never wore them, as I always do. Pick up these little items, never wear them. But you know, the girl is not thirsty, the kid is not thirsty, so we keep our things. We figure out how to make them work in the future. So you know, it's giving that same kind of YSL vibe, but you know, with a little twist on it. Like I said, I would do a white short, but we don't have a white short, so we got to go with what we got. What I think I would do is switch these shoes out for these suede ones. I think that may give me a better look. Y'all let me know if this did anything for the look. I mean, I'm looking in the viewfinder. I can't really see, but you know, I would do something like this, but I'm thinking my white short is gonna look a bit better. I hope it comes soon so I can give you guys this look. If I don't give it to you in this video, I'm gonna give it to you in a reel. But like I said, that white dress with the like lace asymmetric vibe, that is gonna work just as well. It's giving you the same vibe of the look. Anyway, that is all I got for you guys today here at the Fresh Coat on this style session, decoding the versatility of a track jacket. Anyway, until next time, cool kids, remember, style is a skill. It gets better with practice, also with more intention. I'll see you later. Toodles.